Warning, this podcast contains murderous Rebecca.
And spoilers.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for the original Season 2, Episode 15. They all asked for you. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Nikki, a.k.a. Omikins.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's cold in here.
It's cold in here?
Mm-hmm.
And down below is Michael.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good?
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm a little sad, though,
Why are you sad?
because when you get away with doing different spoiler intros, but when I say anything but this podcast contains spoilers, I get in an epic pile of shit.
Don't start that because
No,
it is
I'm starting that. No, it's not different. I say this podcast contains lots of spoilers. This podcast
Exactly.
contains a bunch of spoilers. I say that. He doesn't even say it right at all.
It's redundant when you say lots or bunch of, okay? So shut
not
your
redundant.
pool and let's get started.
Redundant would be this podcast contains spoilerific spoilers of spoilering.
Well, now we know your next intro.
And damn right,
And-
that's my next intro.
And this podcast got off to a great start. So what did you guys think of this episode?
I fucking loved it. Just like this whole season and this whole show.
The look on Nikki's face is priceless. So,
We were talking about it earlier. I love the show. She loved the show. The episode.
that's good. That's good.
It was a great episode.
It was a great episode.
Yeah, so I don't know why have we never thought to look about Rebecca's body's past? Why did that never even cross our mind?
I think we all assumed that that's where only the crazy witches goes. The ones that are, cuckoo, not psycho.
Right. And when my first thought was when they introduced this house and Rebecca's now in this body, I'm like, okay, so whose body did she just inhabit? Are we talking a gibbering idiot? Is she cursed? Is she crazy? Like, who has she taken over? I didn't necessarily think psychotic, serial killer or anything like that. But I was under the impression that, crazy. Because that's what we were led to believe, that every witch in that house was crazy.
Yeah.
I think
Or has
part of it
something
too
wrong with
was when we covered the miniseries, the webisode. We had
Yes.
mistakenly misidentified Rebecca's body, and I think we were under the assumption the whole time that the background story that we got on that witch was Rebecca's body, which in fact it is not. So I think we had already inherently dismissed who she was in her past by wrongfully assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
So, but it turns out that her body in her former life, it's not even former life, right? It's
Her current
life is Eva St. Clair, who is a teen murderer.
Eva St. Clair or Eva Sinclair?
It's Sinclair.
Is it Sinclair?
I think it's Sinclair.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's the other. I don't know.
I'm
bad with hearing names sometimes.
All we know is that her first name is Eva and she's evil.
We're talking both screws loose here.
No, I think she has her screws tightly, screwed in. It's just she decided to use different sprockets or something.
Fine.
Space rockets?
No, she's using Cogswell Cogs. That's the problem.
But clearly.
Okay.
Right there is the issue. Oh my God, what's wrong with us?
Everything.
I know.
So, I mean, that goes to me to now initially ask, who's Vincent?
He's another crazy fuck.
No, he's...
He
But
wasn't in that house.
No, he wasn't in that house. And the way, what's her face? Josephine was her name? Yeah. The way she put it, we want one of our powerful, most powerful returned to us. So I'm guessing he was a powerful up and coming witch in that coven before Finn snatched him.
Well, it wasn't Finn who snatched him. It was Esther.
Before Esther snatched him for Finn.
Yeah.
And shoved the essence of Finn down his throat.
That's probably why she chose him, because he was already a condiment of a lot of power. So makes sense.
Does make sense.
Yeah. Speaking of Josephine, what did you think of Miss Grunwald? I mean, Josephine. Miss Grunwald is the character that she played in another TV show that we only actually covered one episode of, Ravenswood. So she was super creepy in that, and she's equally as creepy, but not as mysterious.
No. What did I think of her? She was stuck up, and then she opened up when Gia decided to just throw some sass at her.
I liked that. Yeah, I was under the impression that she was some kind of... Difficult. I don't know. No, I thought there was something wrong with her. Like she was amnesic, or, like the whole reason Gia was playing music was to, like, open her up and, like, wake her brain up or something. For some reason, I was under the impression that she's stuck in that chair. Yeah,
it was to win her affection over, because you know how Elijah is. He's very precise. We know Josephine is a very powerful witch. She hates vampires.
That's what she mentioned. She said that vampires are very calculating. She's like, no offense. He's like, none taken. Like, hey, I like it.
And that's exactly Elijah. He's one of the most calculating vampires that we know of. And he did his research. He knew she liked Beethoven. And, when this whole thing didn't work out, Gia's a very blunt person. She flipped out. And she's like, you made me learn this for no reason.
He made me
I don't even like Beethoven.
Who do you like? It's like... Bitch, I like jazz.
Yeah, and Josephine knew exactly what she was playing. She said she even dated the musician. So, Gia all of a sudden perked up, and then that's when, she continued to be very blunt, but more on a level-headed, kind of playing field. And she was like, you can trust Elijah. I don't trust anyone, but I trust him. And so she's like, yeah, I should probably hear you out.
Ugh.
So, had this, this scene came... And it's like, we want, you get whatever you want. And you get control of Rebecca's body. Well, that witch. And we get Vincent back. And I'm just like, And then the next scene, I was just like, God damn it, why do you have to make that deal? Klaus is about to fucking kill him. I've been wanting him dead for a while now. Yeah,
Klaus and Vincent went at it. And then in the middle of that, Freya... gets her Klaus and Elijah reunion. That I don't know. Klaus seemed very doubtful of her.
Klaus wasn't even born when Freya was taken, right?
No.
So he never knew her in the first place.
Isn't Klaus the baby?
No, Klaus is one of the younger ones. I don't think Klaus is the baby, is he?
Because Rebecca's older than him.
Elijah and is Rebecca for sure? I don't know that.
I don't know. Isn't Elijah the oldest brother?
Elijah is the oldest, I thought.
So wasn't it?
It was Freya Finn.
No, I thought it was Freya Elijah Finn. Because Elijah knows exactly who Freya is.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. You know what? That family's all messed up. Yeah, I don't even know anymore.
We do know for a fact Freya was the firstborn. We know that.
Yeah, that we know for a fact. So that's beyond.
That is the only concrete, definite that we know at this moment. Well, Mike's gonna do some research.
Google is your friend.
But Klaus is very doubtful here. She's going off, oh, brothers, and it kind of made me realize that Freya's death or disappearance, all that, it was kind of the significant turning point in the entire Mikealson family. Like, I mean, she even revealed herself to her father, Michael, earlier in the episode. And Michael was stunned. He's taken back. He, all but cried, He was just...
Which was touching.
Yeah, he was shocked.
Finn's the oldest brother.
Finn is?
It was... Yeah, Freya's the old firstborn. Finn is second. Elijah is third, I think.
I think Finn was before Elijah.
So Klaus is the baby? Or is that
Reading.
Sure, Klaus is the baby because of the whole...
Cole is the youngest. Cole's the baby.
Cole.
Yeah.
Henrik was the youngest, but he died.
Yeah. And we still don't know barely anything about Henrik, if that'll even ever come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she kind of warns them all of Dahlia.
Wait, I lied. While we're still on here, Rebecca's the youngest.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Even younger than Henrik?
No, Henrik was the youngest.
Okay.
But Henrik died, so Rebecca's the youngest surviving child.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so Freya kind of prophesized Dahlia's return and warned them and said the magic is going to draw, it's kind of stuff we already knew, but it's different coming out of Freya's mouth to Klaus and Elijah.
Yep.
So, they're a lot more worried about that now, and you kind of see that bleed over into Klaus and Aiden, because he wants Aiden to lead the werewolf pack, and all he's asking in return is for them to watch not Haley, but Hope.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, the whole Klaus thing, trying to like lead the new alpha of the werewolves, like that storyline was going on through this whole episode, and I don't know, like I feel like there's still something more to that. I feel like it's not just for Hope. And it's like he doesn't trust Jackson for whatever reason. He's starting to warm up to him a little bit more, but not really.
Not enough.
It's not that he's warming up. It's just that, Haley's threatening him, saying, I'm going to take your kid if you're not going to stop being a dick.
Well, to be fair, Klaus is trying to manipulate her using the child. And, I mean, I don't blame Haley for her reaction. I think it was actually pretty damn justified of Haley and showed she's got some balls.
Yep.
We knew that for a while now.
Yeah, but for her to stand up to Klaus like that and, like, she's now using the baby as leverage, it's just like a turnaround slap in the face, because that's literally the only thing that can hurt Klaus right now is to take his child away from him.
Take his child away from him, and when she goes, the werewolves are obviously going to go with her.
Obviously.
I mean, Klaus wants the werewolves so they can protect Hope, but at the same time, if Hope wasn't in the picture, he would still want that power around because...
Witches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but Jackson, he seems like he wants to try to be a good daddy to Hope, even though he's not really the father, But they're having some issues. Some sexual issues.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, starting off anyway.
Well, I mean, they weren't exactly
intimate.
in love with each other, and basically they did kind of in the very beginning. They were like, we have to, have this union because we're kind of obligated, and we want to make sure our wolves are stronger. So, but now that's evolved into an actual relationship, which is, I don't know what to think about that.
I told you I was good with kids. It's like, you stop the baby from crying. I am so yours right now.
And I mean, Nikki, you being a mother, right? If you could get somebody to just instantly get your kid to stop crying, wouldn't you be like, yes, please, all the time, be around. I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah. I wouldn't say that.
Well, you know what I mean.
Like, you can be around whenever you want. Put my baby to sleep whenever you want. I don't care. Just make it sleep. Make it stop crying.
Just make
I'm gonna
it
go play
sleep.
some video games. Thank you.
Just make it sleep.
Just
like
make it
like
sleep.
it's a thing now. It's no
Make
longer
it
a
sleep.
human. Just let
Make it sleep.
Just put it down.
Not in that way.
Yeah, no, Mike. Why'd you even have to go there? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Whenever someone says, it's like, oh, I put them down. Like, where's the baby? Oh, I put them down. That's my brain, because that's a bad, term to use in my mind. I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully no one puts Hope down, because Klaus is going to go on a rampage if that is the case.
Klaus is going to go on a rampage for something else anyway.
Because somebody ate the last cookie, whatever it is,
Someone's
going to
eat the last
Because he's diabetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's going to eat the last sugar cookie.
Someone used all the syrup up for all the pancakes,
That's... If pancakes are made and someone used the last amount of syrup without telling, and you already made pancakes, that is a sin. That is
sin.
That is beyond sin.
I don't like syrup, so I'll just have the pancakes with butter. We'll be fine. You could have all my syrup.
That's unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. For you, not for me. Do you think we're gonna see? Because this is an instant thing to me. Why don't they just body jump Hope?
It's still her soul and still her magic. I mean, that's what Dahlia is going after.
Well, they could just give the body to Dahlia and just...
That's not what Dahlia is looking for.
I don't think that would fool Dahlia.
No.
I have a strange feeling Dahlia is not the type to be easily tricked.
You don't think that they'll think of that?
I don't think they're going to think of body jumping an infant.
No.
They think of a lot of other weirder shit on this show.
They think of, okay, first they're going to have to find another infant to body jump her into. Because
Why?
you can't... I was going to say, you body jump an infant into a full-grown adult, suddenly you have a drooling, gibbering idiot. Okay, come on.
I don't know.
You just named about half of the people on my Facebook.
Gibbering idiots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That quote still comes to mind. Think of how stupid the average person is. Now realize half of the world's population are dumber than that.
Yeah.
Because average.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like they're going to try doing a body swap at some point with Hope. I think it's inevitable.
I don't think that... No. I don't think that's going to happen.
They've done it to every other witch on this show.
They're not going to do it to Hope. She's an infant and a hybrid. And
They'll jump her into Josephine's body.
we really don't know what the hell she is.
Can you imagine Hope in Josephine's body?
I mean, still, think about it. We still don't have a concrete explanation for what Hope is.
Right, we don't. We don't know if she's a hybrid. We don't know if she's a
Okay.
triple.
She is all three. She's all three. She's not undead, but she has the abilities of a vampire. She has the quick healing. She's gonna have the speed once she can obviously move around. She has the quick healing from the werewolf as well, but she's not activated the curse yet because she hasn't killed anybody. She's mainly just a witch right now.
Yeah. See, now I'm curious if something like we saw her stop the car, and all that stuff 2-3 episodes ago with her magic. What if she did something that, let's say, she triggered the explosion, just for an example, in the house, right, and killed Vincent, right? But then after Vincent's dead, Dahlia comes and resurrects Vincent and heals him, and does that untrigger the curse? How does that work?
No, you kill somebody, it's done. You can't undo it. But,
even if the person's brought back to life, you killed it. You killed them. You did the deed.
Right.
It's not.
We know she didn't do it, so.
Yeah, we know she didn't do it. It's not the person being dead. It's the fact that you killed
the
them.
act.
Yeah. Well, we also saw a lot with Rebecca and Marcel this episode. There's a whole lot of that. And that brought up the topic, can you fall in love with somebody even though they're in a new body? So, Marcel seems to have no issue with this.
Still Rebecca.
It's still Rebecca to him.
Right.
He was in love with Rebecca. He was in love with Rebecca. I don't think it matters what body she's in.
Century and some ago.
I think it was more than a physical attraction.
Right. But on the same token, the physical there's part of that. It's that's part of it. Yeah. So it's Nikki, would you still fall in love with Mike if he got body switched with Cookie Monster? I'm just saying.
You're saying an already hairy guy gets put into a fur. No, I mean. Sure.
That's a very big exaggeration, but
it is a huge exaggeration.
But would you still be in love with the Cookie Monster?
I wouldn't be the Cookie Monster. Would be me. I would just be in the Cookie Monster's body. I'd be diabetic and blue and furry.
Oh God! I'm glad you can see the color blue. Outside.
I wouldn't be colorblind anymore. I'd be
Okay,
in
so
his body.
he got body swapped with Grover.
Let's do this. Fuck
Rover?
Yeah.
Why Grover?
Grover's the red one, right?
No,
Well, that's Elmo.
Elmo.
Oh, whatever. Which one is
Grover's-
Grover?
He's another blue guy.
Oh, is he?
He's a darker blue.
He's a darker blue.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know where I would fall in that situation. It's hard to say.
You know, that is a very difficult thing to say because, I mean, in Marcel's case, he's been attracted to her forever. I mean,
That's true.
I haven't known her forever. There is
That
that.
would still be me.
You would still be you, and I mean, if you were switched into another body, I don't know how I would react. I mean, obviously, I'd still be attracted to, the mental and emotional aspect would be there. I don't know how much of my attraction to you is, to your physical self and your mental self. I've never quantified that. So I honestly don't know how it would change. You'd still be you, and that would be enough for me.
Let me ask you this, Mike. What if Nikki was swapped into the body of someone from the opposite sex?
It would be very awkward. That'd be ridiculously awkward.
Because I don't think that's out of the question with these magic shenanigans.
That's...
Oh, God, yes.
You want to be a man now? Oh,
I think she would just for the lols.
Here's the thing. She'd still be her, so I would still be... That would be an awfully conflicting experience because, yes, I would still be attracted to her because she's her, but I am also straight. So...
Right, that's why I asked.
That would be a lot of...
It is a conundrum.
I'm not bi, I am straight.
Right.
So, I mean, if I was bi, there'd be no problem. It's my wife in a man's body, whatever. I'll deal with it. But I'm not. So...
I love putting him on the spot like this.
I can't say how I would react.
Nikki, how would you react if Mike was swapped into the body of a woman?
No issue at all.
Okay, then.
I know no issue at all on her. And I'd still love her. Him. It.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's a really tough, like, that's so that was my more extreme example.
That
like,
more extreme example.
Sesame Street was clearly not as controversial as I thought it would be.
The only thing that would be, awkward would be sexy time.
Yeah.
That would be it. Because she's still her in all other ways.
Yeah.
So
it's really hard, and like, I mean, in Marcel's point of view, she's still her. She's still female. She's still very attractive. So, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I see why it's not an issue for Marcel at all, but like, I think part of it does depend on the physical part of it. I'm not saying that's the whole thing. I'm saying it's part of it, but like you said, it's hard to quantify how much of that is actually entailed. And I wonder if that's going to be explored any further, if that's going to come into play at all. Same goes for Cole, right? If Cole gets his body back, because we know Cole died last episode. If Cole does get his body back, his original body, what's that going to do for him and Davina?
Well, Cole's original body was... I mean, if Davina's purely on a physical trip with him, then you know what? Cole's original body I thought was more attractive than his current body.
Oh, really?
That just died. Well, yeah, if I'm...
This is coming from the guy who's not bi, by the way.
Hey, I respect good-looking men for being good-looking. Doesn't mean I want to fuck them. So... Now...
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I find Cole's older body more handsome than his current body. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's...
I prefer Cole's original body for completely other reasons, but that's just me. I just like the actor. I think he's really good.
Yeah, I like the actor too. Maybe
I'm
biased
saying that
because
this actor was bad that played New Cole, but I still prefer Nathaniel.
Maybe that's giving me a biased opinion, and that's why I find him more, whatever. But Yeah, if Davina's on a purely physical trip, it's going to still be no issue.
Yeah. But now at the very end of the episode, we see that apparently when Rebecca goes to sleep, her body is still off on a killing spree during the night.
Eva takes over.
Yeah.
That's just lovely.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Hope comes into play with Eva. Because she's all about the child, and Hope is just a beacon of power. And she wants to suck all the power out of those kitties.
Right.
God damn, I didn't even think of that. That's cold.
It is.
And see,
And
Eva,
being that Rebecca is close to Hope, and, nobody knows about Eva, Rebecca's going to be close to Hope a lot. Yeah. And Eva's going to have so many chances.
I mean,
Eva,
because we saw that witch guy. I don't know what he was.
He was a seer.
No, he was a witch.
He was a witch, but he had seeing powers.
Yeah,
that was his specialty.
Yeah,
I mean, he came in and tried to take her out. He knew what she was. He knew how dangerous she was. Mm-hmm. So.
No, but here's the question: why is it that Eva's able to take back control over her body when Rebecca goes to sleep? Why couldn't Vincent do that to Finn when Finn went to sleep?
We don't know if he is or not.
Esther versus Cole. Cole's the one who put Rebecca into Eva's body, whereas Esther put Finn into Vincent's.
Oh, so maybe because Esther did it, it stuck better?
It could also be because Cole's dead. The power is diminishing. It's not as strong.
Oh, the person who cast it is dead, so...
Yeah, because we do know that Esther's still alive.
Yeah.
Very much so.
She's just incapacitated. However, she is a vampire, so she would lose...
her power would be...
magic.
Yeah, I think it's just the initial casting of the witch, the power that was put into what happened.
I don't freaking know.
I mean, it's...
Maybe it's because Eva has a screw loose.
Well,
maybe it was because Eva was stronger, in a sense.
That's clearly part of it, too, I think. But does Rebecca have any magic? Can she use magic? Because we saw her when she originally got chased in the opening down the alley. It looked like she tried to use magic.
She doesn't know how to... she has no way to handle it. She doesn't know how to, control it at all. She hasn't learned anything. She is capable of doing witchy things.
But she just never... well, if she's the youngest, she had the least amount of time to practice witchy things.
That's true.
Yeah.
Before they all got turned into vampires. So she probably never even cast a spell in her lifetime.
Yeah.
Oops.
Her powers maybe didn't even surface yet.
There's even that, too. I mean...
Could be. Mm-hmm. But where is Rebecca's body right now?
In a coffin tucked away in a safe place where Klaus put it.
Because I was curious if part of Eva's mentality transferred over into that body, and if Claire's body is running around during the day or whatever.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think that's how it works. I think they're sharing the same vessel.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from this episode?
Oh, there was something. God, there was something. I forget.
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Oh, the fact
Pendant.
yeah, okay. That was it. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Two things. One, Freya and Michael's reunion. I loved it. It's like that was the death of the death of his daughter is what sent him over the deep end. Now she's back. Maybe he'll mellow out a little bit. Probably not.
And it's also nice to see her complete disattachment from Esther. She wants nothing to do with her whatsoever.
Yes, finally a Mikealson who's not, okay, a lot of them aren't mama's boys or mama's girls. But anyway, that's nice. Now, Dahlia and the necklace, right? So Freya sucks Finn right out of Vincent's body and puts him in the happy little blue necklace, right? And she loves this necklace. Nikki was pointing this out to me earlier. She adores this necklace, and she's proud as a peacock that she could do this to people. It's like, oh, look at me, I can store your soul in this little blue gem. Now, I had thought it's this. It's just like, a focus of Freya's power. It's like the source of her higher witchy powers. She shot that down. The other theory is that either A, Dahlia is possessing Freya's body and is playing everybody. Because, if I'm awake, Dahlia is awake. Or Freya is working for Dahlia and Dahlia's essence is in the gem. And she can release her whenever she wants.
Or she's controlling Dahlia with it.
Or Dahlia's controlling her with it. So, I mean...
I think there is a connection between Dahlia and Freya, and it's...
Or Freya's not bullshitting and she's true to her word, like she said. She said, when I speak something, it's going to be the truth.
The thing is, she did make a point of it, saying that, if Dahlia catches up to her, she's done for.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, why hang around the beacon of power where Dahlia's going to go to? Why be near it? Why even be in the same city? Get the hell out of there.
Right.
I mean,
maybe she figures, yeah.
She can't help. She obviously can't help. Because she's been running for centuries.
She says she knows the way to defeat Dahlia. But is she blowing smoke up everybody's asses or whatever?
Yeah. I mean...
It's going to require a sacrifice of some sort. It's not going to be as easy. It's something she clearly can't do. It may require the sacrifice of hope.
Yeah, Klaus isn't going to go for that.
No, not at all. But, it may be if the firstborn that she's collecting, if she doesn't receive it, that she gets weakened or something. Or it just may be not Hope has to die or anything like that, but maybe she's only vulnerable in the time in which she's trying to collect the firstborn.
There's so many possibilities. We know nothing about Dahlia. We know nothing about Freya.
Yep. It's true.
Yep.
Now we just
I don't
need
know.
Some background on Henrik, and we'll start piecing together the entire Mikealson family.
Yeah.
There's so many, we have, where Freya's going right now. There's just so many possible variables that can branch it off in any which way. And
which?
Yeah, right.
Which?
And I can't, for the life of me, even figure out which way it could go. I mean, there's probably a half a dozen or more. Some more probable than others, and I can't lay a finger on which one is more likely, and it's driving me nuts.
Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I hate Butterfingers. I'm allergic to peanuts.
Well, then I don't have to worry about you laying a finger on my Butterfinger.
Yeah, fuck that.
You didn't try Butterfinger's new peanut butter cups?
Okay, Butterfinger is one of those things I don't even like the taste of anyway, and if I had to risk a severe allergic reaction, I'm not risking it over a Butterfinger.
Not even a peanut butter cup?
I gotta really be in the mood for a Reese's.
Well, these are supposed to rival Reese's, so...
I down a double dose of Benadryl, and I just eat all my peanut butter cups.
Okay.
I don't like peanut butter, so have at her, guys.
Yeah, so I guess it's all me. Anyway, next week, the episode is called Save My Soul. And I think it's clearly a title for Rebecca. But
yep.
Yeah. We get a flashback to Freya's childhood. And also suspicions of where her true loyalties lie. Klaus invites Freya to the compound in order to gain more insight into her past with Dahlia. After a series of strange visions, Rebecca begins to realize the body she's inhabiting is attempting to regain control. With Rebecca's life on the line, Marcel puts his bargaining skills to the test when he turns to Vincent, who may have some knowledge that could help them. Finally, at the Bayou, Jackson's frustrations grow after Aiden questions his leadership skills. Elijah, Haley, and Cammy also appear.
It's another one.
Okay.
Vampire Diaries did this a couple weeks ago. It's like they lay out this whole epic synopsis, and it's like Alaric also appears.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you, fucking magician? God
Does
damn.
he, mysteriously appear out of the fog with some grave news?
They're gonna now.
It's like a great epic synopsis leading, Rebecca's Rebecca's body's trying to take control, all this other stuff. And it's like, Elijah, Haley, and Cammy also appear. It's like, hey guys, we're in this episode too.
Yeah, no, I get it. But there's no mention of Elijah, Haley, or Cammy in the rest of the synopsis, and they may be involved in something that is spoilerific that they don't want you to know, so they can't exactly tell you what they're up to.
True.
I don't see why they have to include them in the synopsis like that.
Because I'm excited just to hear the fact that Cammy's in here. Like, we haven't seen Cammy in how many episodes now?
Couple.
So, what the hell has she been up to?
Where the heck is it? Yeah, I know exactly. What has she been up to? And I mean, Elijah's been in every episode so far. He's like one of the lead characters. I don't think
Elijah and Haley are not really surprised, but Cammy's the one that stands out in the list of 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we didn't discuss?
What did we not discuss?
Gia and Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
After they have a few drinksies.
I did forget about that. Yeah.
You like, yeah.
They mauled each other.
Credit where credit's due. I love that line. She's like, you couldn't have done anything without me. He's like, credit where credit's due.
Yeah, just help me take this dress off.
Yeah, yeah, she was playing him the whole time.
I mean,
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
No.
No. What do you want? You want Haley and Elijah, don't you?
No.
You just want Elijah to suffer.
I just want Elijah to have somebody who's worthy.
You don't think Gia's worthy?
No, I'm not saying that she's not worthy. I'm just saying that
she's not worthy. You
I
don't
just
like Gia.
I don't like her. I don't know why. I just don't. I mean, her sass is refreshing sometimes, but I mean, I don't like her.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, out of everyone that's left right now, Cammy's the only one, but I don't see Cammy and Elijah falling together. You know
what? I would rather see a friendship than, a random freaking bang here and there.
This isn't random though. This has been going on because don't forget, Elijah's kind of been her mentor through this whole thing. The two of them have been paired up ever since she turned. Like Marcel put them together.
This, the whole mentor-student thing, that shouldn't happen, ever. We all know that's a bad thing. Teachers get fired over that.
This is not a school.
It might as well be. He's teaching her things.
All the right things.
No, I just don't like her. I don't like the pairing. I mean, I would rather see a genuine friendship, like, between Cammy and Elijah form than a random screwing after some chick says, take my dress off.
See, I don't think it's random. I don't think it's random. I think they've been building up to this for a long time.
I haven't seen the build-up. I haven't seen it. All the build-up happened this episode, and it just seemed like a one-night stand.
It's been very subtle. You've catch Gia, like, looking over at Elijah, and
that's like a lost puppy dog thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's been building.
For her.
Yes, for her, not for Elijah. Elijah was taken back by it. Like, as soon as she said that, Elijah's like, where did this come from, kind of thing? And then he's like, fuck it. So
literally.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps things up. So, Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVen, and then
Elemento.
Elemento.
Elemento, my favorite letter of the alphabet.
That place.
Mike, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at TF places. Illidrant, right there.
You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows.
Where we talk about Sesame Street and, the Jetsons and play pogo stick with things.
I'm getting tired.
Until next week. We'll see you guys later. In one week.
No.